If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo! Big cause.
She has like, you put eyeshadow on her. You reach Goblin and Ogre.
Yeah, we're back.
Take two.
Take two. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Eyebrows is here.
Eyebrows got sprayed by a skunk.
Oh, yeah?
Like a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? How bad was that?
Dude, I fled the apartment.
You fled the... Oh.
I was with my girlfriend.
Oh, but were you there when it happened?
No.
Or did you hear about it? And
Fabian was walking the dog.
Yeah.
And they come back and...
Oh, that's what I meant. Like you were in the apartment when it happened.
And Day goes... Do you smell skunk?
Yeah.
I came back,
You have to flick yours on still. Yeah. You came back?
I came back and I was freaking out. And
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you got to turn me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up.
You turned me on.
Oh, I will.
You already did.
I showed up and I was freaking out because I like washed Toby with like a bunch of bullshit, and then I was like, "Lee, get in here! Does it still smell like skunk?" And of course it did. We were just in the closed
He's
washroom.
a fucking idiot. Like, he calls me in to like, I need a fresh nose. And I'm like, I can already smell the shit. You know, and then I'm like, I'm not smelling it. He's like, Lee, you're being a piece of shit.
You're being a bad
I'm like,
friend.
what?
I
Like,
need a fresh
I came in
nose.
close enough, like, there's no way that, like, I get any closer, it's going to smell like,
And
oh, I
Fabian
could
is
tell.
thinking-
I'm like, it stinks, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
A fresh nose is so funny because he's like, maybe it's just my nostrils that smell now.
He just
but-
probably assumes that he was with the dog the whole
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
so he
yeah.
has skunk in his nose, and that I don't have skunk in my nose. Dude,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
immediate.
I was in denial the whole time. I was there like, dude, I put my face right to his face.
Yeah.
I like rubbed my face on his, so I smell like skunk.
You probably smell like
So,
skunk.
like, I don't know
yeah.
anything about, like, I've never owned a dog myself. It's never been sprayed by a skunk or whatever.
Yeah.
But I try to tell Fabian, I think you need to get tomato juice for skunk
That's the one.
stench.
Yeah.
And Fabian is rubbing in Tostita salsa into the dog. I see chunks of onion.
They're allergic to onions, man.
Well,
I'm like,
he doesn't have to eat it. I didn't make
Fair
him
enough.
eat it. No, you can have it on him. You can put it on him.
Do you know what actually works? So there's like a concoction you can
Yeah, a
make.
lot of tomato sauces have onion already.
yeah.
but no, but it was like pure tomato juice. It was saying, like,
It's
to pour on
taste
the
is
dog.
better. Apparently, hydrogen peroxide is the best. And,
Yes. And
detergent. Like,
Vagisil,
oh,
the woman's pussy cleaner.
yeah.
That 100% works. My dog got skunked.
Women are
Vagisil.
skunks. Like, it's,
Another solution
Yeah.
is a bullet. Just kill your dog.
You dog.
just kill myself.
Like, oh, that's too bad.
Just kill myself. Triple homicide.
Oh no.
You too. Like, hey man, it
Phil
smells
Hartman
really.
me?
It
Yeah.
smells really bad here. I'm gonna. Sorry, the apartment smells.
Oh, that's funny. So, and then you just said, "I'm getting out of here," or were you already planned to get out of there?
He's
Well,
been
she was
slowly-
there, and we're just like, this is gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
So let's just leave.
She was like the last fresh nose.
Yeah.
So
And she was the one. Yeah, she was
if I
detective.
asked her to come in, she's like, just wait.
No, it was terrible. But yeah, it's my first experience actually
We
with
moved
a
past
dog that
it.
got
It was
fucking
my
sprayed.
second. It was my second.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Fabian. I was telling him, hey man, maybe you should do this. He's like, I had like dogs my whole life or something, and it's not my first rodeo.
I'm laughing that you guys' coasters are those cork things that's supposed to be for hot food. Those are
Yeah.
the biggest coasters I've ever seen in my life.
They absorb water nice though.
I'm sure they do.
You can literally pick it up like a plate.
Oh, you have your
Like it's
whiskey
a
like a
spoon-
tea.
You know,
Anyways, go on.
hey, my glad coasters exist at least. Like it's
Yeah,
not nothing.
that's true.
It's not nothing.
It's true. I appreciate a coaster. I know usually it's like, oh, don't mess up with my table, but I like the niceness of a coaster.
As I got older, I appreciated coasters.
Everybody
At
does.
first, like when I was younger and I got into bars, I just flick the coaster away and just keep it on. Like, I don't need no stinking
Yeah.
coaster. What's the point?
Yo, that skunk wasn't the only fiend I've caught in this park.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other night I was walking the dogs at like 3 a.m. and then there was this guy like leaning on a tree, and I thought he was just peeing, you know. And I was like, oh, I've been there, and he's there for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on? And I walk up to him and I'm like, hey man, what's happening? And he's like, it's none of your problem. And then it's not your problem. He said it's not your problem. And then I flashed my dog poop flashlight at him.
I thought you had a badge.
I flashed my
His fake FBI badge.
Female body inspector, excuse me.
I hit him with the light, and he just has his dick out.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, hey man.
He's right. It was none of your
But I
problem.
like that Fabian's been watching him for 20 minutes before he approached him. Hey, what are you up to?
He walks up. What are you doing?
That's a suspicious amount of time, I think. Like, no, he was just leaning. I saw his back. He had his back to me. He was staring off at a house. I think he's a criminal stalker.
He's a criminal pervert.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I've heard stories about like people seeing homeless people like jerking off and stuff like that. And
Homeless people. We all do.
well,
What
yeah,
are you
but
talking
I
about?
meant in public.
Masturbating is fun.
Hold on, I dealt with this man.
You dealt with.
Yeah, so I
right,
flashed
dude.
him, and I saw his dick, and then I was like, hey man, put that dick away. And then he just kind of like turned away and started walking, and I like ran up to him and then kicked him in the dick. And
You kicked him in the.
I
But
kicked him right in the exposed dick. He walked away with his dick still out, so he had it coming. He didn't even put it away.
Did the fucking
Yeah.
dick like floop like when you kicked it? Did it do like?
When I kicked the dick, he like knew. He immediately knew that he had to put it away.
it's like pinata you've hit too lately.
No,
A fucking like a reckless fire hose.
no. When I kicked it, he put it away immediately. It was like poking
Yeah.
a snail in the eye. Like just oh shit.
yeah.
And he pulled back to swing, and then my giant bulldog showed up, and he was like, all right, I guess I just have to leave the situation.
Yeah.
He's right. The snail design is really stupid.
Yeah.
The fucking eyes are so out, like they're so exposed. You need those.
Can they even use them to see? I don't even think they see with them.
They're the eyes. Of course they can see with them.
I don't think they're actually the eyes.
But they're so like they point out. Yeah, I mean.
Would you be disappointed if we like discovered like real life on another planet, but it was only bugs?
Yeah, but
That sucks.
Yeah, it would be a letdown, right?
I want to see like a humanoid version.
I want to see humanoid, preferably, but even like their version of like a cow, I think would be cool. You know, like just animals.
You know, China would be the first people to eat it. Like, whatever it is, they're throwing it in some boiling water. Yeah.
dude, but
A Mars pangolin.
but after I assaulted a stranger,
Yeah.
I went home and I fired up some tuna steaks.
Wow.
And I was like, God damn, my night's going great.
Are tuna steaks like delicious?
They're very good.
I've been meaning to like buy some tuna steaks.
They must be fantastic after kicking a guy in his raw dick.
Oh yeah.
You feel like a hero.
Yeah. I
felt bad.
This
You know what?
tastes better.
I felt bad right after because I was like, yo, you know what? Like, we all like have different paths.
We all like jerking
Maybe
off.
that was his tuna steaks, you know, just jerking
Yeah, who
off in
knows
that
like
park.
what got him there?
Maybe
No,
like
that's-
because dude, when I was eating them, I
all
felt
men's.
great.
All men's tuna steaks is jerking off.
But in a park, like staring off at a house.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was homeless, I'm 100% jerking
No,
off
he
in
had a home.
parks.
He for sure had a home.
He had a home. Oh, you think he's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those non-homeless homelesses?
No,
He might have been a failed architect. That's why he's jerking off to a house. Yeah, he's just like, I used to,
Robarts building in UFT.
I think he's a failed pedophile. I think he's like tried a bunch of times and it like never worked out. So he just has to pervert out. He can be a
worst thing
pedophile
of
from afar.
Failed pedophile. Easiest prey on earth, and you can't get it done. What a
can't.
loser!
you can't even make enough money to pay off some like broke family.
Dude, there are failed pedophiles. Like there are failed like army retards. Like you know how you can get tricked into joining the army. Like
Yeah.
there are people who are like even dumber than those people who get tricked into joining ISIS. I know a guy that
Well,
like
yeah.
I know a guy that went to Iran, got tricked into joining ISIS, and then just came back here and started smoking crack.
I've been wondering what happened to Armin.
Hopefully that.
Dude, I have to check Armin's content to see what I've been up to.
Armin posted a video of Fabian being ejected from Comedy Bar, and this is like while the LCBO strike was still going.
Oh yeah.
So it pans to Fabian being like muscle armed out
By
of the
Jake
place
Silva.
by Jacob Silva, and you just hear Fabian shout out, "It's the only place I can drink whiskey, man."
I'll see. To be fair to Fabian,
Moved
tensions were high at
Jazzy
that
J
time.
style, yeah.
Tensions were high at that time. So I'll be fair to him. That's the time to get kicked out. Is to close
The
that
LCBO
LCBO.
strike honestly hurt me a lot. Like I would
Tensions were high.
pass them protesting and just be like,
Come on, guys.
"Fuck you!" Like some people would honk and then they would be like elated from the honk,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I would hit them like mid elated
Fuck.
and be like, "Fuck you!"
That's so funny to imagine. Like riot breakers are just homeless guys,
Yeah.
and drunks like trying to shove them back into the building. Get back to work. I need a schnapps.
It was rough, man. It was actually pretty tough.
Oh, man.
I thought that I was gonna, you know when like drinkers start having seizures
Careful.
from like,
From not drinking?
Yeah,
probably?
from not-
Yeah. Withdrawals.
dude, my doctor
Withdrawal
keeps
seizures.
warning me about that shit, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like I take a day off every once in a while, but
No. See,
Fucking Fabian will have a seizure one day
Yeah.
and wake up just thinking another pile of people kicked my ass.
yeah, that's true.
I guess I got into
He
another
gets too much
fight.
fights. Yeah.
He just had a seizure on some stairs and just vibrated down them, beat the shit out of himself. Yeah. Can't remember.
Vibrate it down. You know what I'm picturing? Is in
What?
cartoons when the cartoon character goes down the stairs, but their body fits the stairs like
It takes the shape of the steps.
every step.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That's all right. People get kicked out of bars. I mean,
No, I have a serious problem. I gotta address it. I'm gonna address it. I probably won't, but I'm gonna.
oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is you go? I take a day off every once in a while. I think your doctor would love for you to flip that and go drinking every once in a while, but the rest of the days are not days off. They're just regular days where you don't drink.
You know what I learned? Like, once you have a serious drinking problem, that's actually when your doctor starts paying attention to you. They're like, all right, here, now I have a project.
If you have time to learn, you don't have a problem.
Now you can work on this.
I believe that if you really have a serious problem, you're nonstop drunk. And
You're
you have no time to learn anything.
No time.
I know he's like calling to my defense, but I did get recently rescued by boat police from an unmanned boat.
Oh yeah, I had to fucking hear this shit. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, really?
What?
I went to the nude beach because I have psoriasis, and I went to the nude beach to sun my bird because sometimes my bird gets psoriasis, and then and
You
it
talking about
worked.
your dick?
Yeah, like a little
Okay,
bit.
all right.
A little bit. Look, I'll get a toothy blowjob, and then any abrasion.
Leave.
I call genital herpes psoriasis myself.
No. Any abrasion that I get, it's like the opposite
You're a
of
little
Wolverine's
quiet.
healing factor. It just lasts like a year. Like that's what psoriasis is. So a toothy blowjob can mark up your dick. So I just went to the nude beach and sunned my bird, and then I blacked out, and then I wake up in the middle of the night to me getting my ass kicked. I don't remember how I got my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I don't remember the beginning of that.
A bunch of fishermen.
I actually think I was
Yeah.
getting robbed, and then I woke up and tried to fight them, and then I woke up in like
He got his ass beat by seamen.
I
Good
woke
one.
up like waist deep in water in a fight. I was getting my ass kicked by like 2 or 3
But
people.
you said
Mermen.
they were cops?
No, I was getting my ass beat by 2 or 3 people
Uh-huh.
in the water. Yeah, dude, they fucking donked my head in and shoved it down. Like it took me up till now. I still have sand in my ear, and that was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like really fucking fighting me, and then at some point I managed to swim away. And I hopped onto a boat, and then I was trying to be like, so long, suckers, and I couldn't turn it on. I couldn't fucking figure
Well, yeah, you
anything
don't have
out.
the keys.
But the boat, like with me jumping on it, just drifted for far enough that like whoever dropped it off like couldn't get it. And I found the boat's like light, and I just started flashing a fucking cop. Like I started flashing,
trying to wave a cop
flashing other
over.
lights.
Yeah.
And they were just police. And then they came and saved my life. And then they actually collected everything I lost on the beach: my phone, my fucking wallet, like every single thing, my
Dignity.
shoes. They got my dignity back for me. Yeah.
I love that these people fought Fabian, hated him so much.
Yeah.
They tried to drown him.
Yeah.
Dude, having a fight in water is like a movie fight, right?
Yeah, it's like in Kill Bill,
Dude,
when she puts like the chick's face in the toilet,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
then she flushes it, like just to make the water. I'm like, that's
I
genius.
remember winding up for my strongest punch. I was like, I'm gonna kill someone with this, and then completely missing.
But the punch started in the water.
Yeah, that slowed him
No,
down.
dude, I was trying to gather water, and like have like
I was
a
gonna come
funnel.
out like a whale, like fucking free willy.
Just invent some anime word.
like a tornado of water.
Water fist.
I really wanted like a direct flute of water. But yeah, I failed miserably, and I don't know. I have like a $45 bill from the ambulance.
That's not that bad. I thought it would be
Aqua
worse.
ambulance.
Yeah, the aqua.
Dude, getting saved at sea is so funny. I SOS. Save my soul. God damn it.
Well, that does bring me to an important story. We will get to why we were on a hiatus in a bit, but last time I saw Lee was also getting himself kicked out of a bar. Do you remember that?
Corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, don't worry.
Wasn't
Not
it Joe
permanent.
himself who removed me?
Joe himself and I think Frank. You know Frank.
Who's Frank?
Frank's like his guy that runs the Wednesday night with him. Like you've seen Frank. If you saw Frank, you'd know Frank.
Frank's Joe's faggot.
No, there's different. Oh, I might be using a racial, not a racial slur, a different type of slur.
I just used slur.
Wait, yeah.
I went to the core of it. No, he's just
no.
bitch. No.
Well, like his employee, I guess, and old
Yeah,
friend.
but he gets hurt. But he gets hurt when he's like, yo, this guy would be hurt by this, so now I'm hurt. Which is a faggot.
I don't know.
I got lost by. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm just like I got lost by the thing. But anyway,
I
this
don't
is.
know why I got
Okay,
removed.
no. If
You
you
don't-
get it,
I don't know why.
I know why.
hold on.
I
Let me
need to
explain
know.
what I'm saying.
Wait, I need to hear this. Why did I get removed?
Okay.
Yeah, why did you get?
So I get to the corner. I'm not up. I figure let me see if I can get up or whatever. Right. I get there and Lee's there.
By the way, I've been wondering why I got removed. I
Why?
knew I was drunk.
Yeah.
I knew I was drunk, but I don't know what I did.
So it's
this is
not-
the first time I'm hearing this.
It's not
shit.
going to be as interesting as you think. It's more
But
the
I just wanna
aftermath
know
that's
what
funny.
it is. Okay.
Because you already have the answer, you just don't know it. All right.
Okay.
So I get there and I see
Turn
Lee.
around.
I'm happy to see Lee. I hadn't seen him in a bit. We've been on hiatus. This might have been pre that. I don't know, but I go to. I give you props, and then I go to give props to somebody else, and you start batting away my fist to stop me from giving that person props, right? And then in which I look at your face and I realize, oh, Lee is really drunk already.
Who did I didn't want you batting?
Do you know that old guy, Jack? I forget his last name. He used to walk with a cane and go to the Royal.
The guitar guy.
Oh, yeah, I know Jack.
Yeah.
Wait, the guitar guy or the?
No, he's just an old man.
Jack
He's an old
Norman?
man who. Jack Norman.
Oh
Jack
my
Norman.
god, dude! I'm getting arthritis, but his arthritis is cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's so fucked
He's got
up.
like polyps on his
Dude,
fist.
if you drew fucked up hands, those are his hands.
He's got it.
They're insane.
He's also been run over by like 2 different cars. If you ask him.
No, you know what? He's
He's old enough. I believe him.
I'm very
Yeah.
in the middle with him. I'm
I
very
believe
like,
him, man.
neutral-
He's so
I'm very
old.
neutral.
It's- Yeah, he could have by all means been run over by 3 cars. He's so like older.
Yeah. But also beat up. But anyway, that's not important. The
He's
point
the kind
is,
of guy a car would aim for.
Yeah.
You know, like no, there was a study. There was a study if like a squirrel jumps off into the road, most people veer to the squirrel. I feel like if you had the same study with something
Dude.
Norman, what's his name?
Dude, that was they did that with
Jack.
Jack Norman. I think you'd
They
get
did
the exact same
They
results.
did
Like
that
if-
with a turtle. Some guy put a fake turtle in the road,
Yeah.
and then he documented
And
it.
people would fucking hit it.
Like, there's a certain alarming percentage of people who would deliberately try to run over the turtle.
Wow.
Go out of their way, he said.
Try to have a
To
crushing
Dude,
moment.
yeah.
Like, to go out of their way.
That's
to kill a fucking
fascinating.
turtle.
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you did the exact same test with Jack Norman, you'd get the exact same results. You get the like people were just like, oh shit, this guy just.
Well, either way of whether Jack Norman is enticing to run over.
Shout out Jack Norman.
Yeah, shout out to Jack Norman.
Yeah,
The idea of him swatting, he just happened to be the guy. That's what made me realize Lee was so drunk. Like, he was so, and I realized the more I
didn't want you
talked to
touching
him,
his hands.
maybe that was it. You're like, no, those are gross.
Yo, bro, like, no, man, you're my friend. Don't touch that shit.
that arthritis is so bad it might be contagious.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like my fingers are creaking a little more since.
My hands are hurting right now. Just thinking about it.
So, either way, the answer. What happens next is I'm waiting, hoping to go up or something like that. I see Lee, like he's a little noisy. He's a little around whatever. He gets up. And he kind of goes to, I guess, go outside anyway to, like, go, like, get some air or whatever. And I see Lee head towards the door. And then Joe just darts towards the door and puts his hand on your back. And I didn't hear it, but I assume that was like, hey, as you're leaving, don't come back.
Yeah. Hey, good idea. Do this all the time.
So it turns out, why is Lee kicked out? For no other reason than you just were way too drunk. You were visibly
Drunk.
drunk in the area.
Well, Prescott was there too, and he was telling me, like, well, it wasn't a big deal. I guess they thought you were too drunk. But I'm like, yeah, but was I an asshole? Because I was an asshole at Comedy Bar. And that's where they're like, no, fuck this guy. We don't want him back.
Being drunk isn't a crime.
You didn't know,
Hey,
but
they
but
give
like,
you the
listen,
alcohol to be an asshole.
I'll take this all the way to court.
Let's
The Supreme Court.
The times that I've swung, let's go to court.
let's stop that argument right there. The only thing is, what did Lee just say? He says they give you the alcohol. Not in Lee's case.
already
Lee
drunk.
shows up with his own alcohol.
Oh, no.
So I would also assume Joe did the math that he didn't see Lee buy a single beer, but was visibly drunk. So, and Ian's commented on it before that he goes, Lee shows up with Paps at bars that sell Paps for really cheap.
Like $4 pass.
And Lee still shows up with his own.
Hey, man,
Dude,
I'm a company man.
Dude, that was
I'm a
part of
company man.
that was part of my demise at the lab. Somebody gave me a Mickey of Jose Cuervo,
Sure.
and
Jose Cuervo.
yeah, and like I don't know, like I'm not gonna name the man because I'm a good person, but I'm a whiskey drinker, so I like had a couple swigs and I was
Just not
like,
your
all right,
thing.
this is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
whatever, and then I left it. My drunk mind was like, I'm gonna leave this here, and then another drunk is gonna find this bottle of like half-full Jose Cuervo and just take it.
That's very kind of you.
That's what I believed was gonna happen.
yeah. It's very
But somebody
thoughtful.
else found it, and then they were like, "Hey, man, we heard you've been leaving bottles around at the fucking club." And I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? I buy so many shots for me and other people, and I do bring out alcohol from outside, but it's in a flask, and it's my alcohol. Like it's like it comes home
mean-
every single time. Like it's not like, dude. Okay, no, that's
They
for
still
when,
don't want you doing that either.
but that's for when the bar is closed.
But I
They're
get you. I get you.
But it's so lame because, all right, what if he brings his flask? What if I bring some extra beers on the plate? Have any one of us ever? And I'll accept it if, like, I'm wrong.
Yo,
but have we ever experienced the liquor inspector coming in and actually ticketing people? Like somebody on the
It's not about
TTC,
that.
like a TTC officer would if you haven't paid your fare. It's like they almost think, we don't want to serve you, or we don't want to do this, or you can't come in here with that, because we assume that fucking some authority is going to come in and say, hey, there's that guy, and now we're going to give your bar establishment a fine. That's never happened.
That's not why.
I just think, let me bring my 2 beers.
That's not
Let me bring
why.
this fast because we're going to spend more money and have more fun at your establishment.
We drink, and no
Yes.
one else here drinks. They're all fucking gay, and they're gonna make
They're gay because they go like, hey, man, you can't come in here with that because we can't charge you for
You're
it.
commiserating with Lee, but you're both very different animals. You still admit to buying drinks at the bar. Lee does not. Lee shows up at the
Lee
keg.
buys drinks.
Lee shows up.
Lee buys drinks.
Lee
Lee buys at least 3x drinks what every average comic like drinks at a bar.
I buy
No, no,
drinks.
no.
Ask Anna.
He drinks 10 times
ask
as
Abby.
much, but he buys 3 times as
Ask
much. For
anybody
sure.
that bartended at the Royal. I buy drinks.
See?
Even ask those faggots over at Comedy Bar. I buy drinks.
I'm gonna stop
That's
you
why I
right
get kicked
there.
out.
Lee bought me drinks once, and honestly, like, you know when like someone buys you drinks and then you see their tip and you're like, ah. But no, I didn't do that for him. I didn't fucking.
So I gotta stop you again. We're all discussing Lee a year ago. The
I'm
last
discussing
year of
Lee
has been
this
a
year.
real cheapskate.
Wait, when? Who?
Lee a year ago bought
was I?
drinks.
Okay,
Lee in
no, I
the
didn't.
within the last year. I'll tell you something. As we recorded The Rival, Lee didn't buy a drink for the last 6-7 times we were there.
Oh, dude, I've been actually trying to take it easy with the drinking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have my moments.
Faggot.
I have my moments. No, I just don't. Why
trying
do
to
something
take it
if it
easy.
doesn't make you feel good anymore? So I go like, I stop because I'm like, it's not like, hey man, I really want to drink,
Right,
but I
right.
shouldn't. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel sick. I feel sick all
Yeah,
the
yeah, no,
time.
it doesn't- yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, I'm probably gonna have 1 or 2 or 3. I'm not gonna have a 6-pack plus. I'm gonna have now like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You
So
know
I'm
what
still
I-
drinking, but you know.
You know what I think you need is a 24-hour lockbox, because like all you need to do is split the cocaine you get in half. You're like, is this worth it? If you split it in 2, yes.
I'm not as I you know I like coke, but I just like I haven't done it in, like
You're slowing
as-
down in general in all things.
the way I was doing it before, not anymore.
Hey, hold on. This
yeah.
is an open call out. Anybody who like comments, like watches this shit and like might comment, like link me for heroin. That's what I'm looking for right now. It's just
And clean needles.
You know what?
like, you can get those. You just show up anywhere,
Lee,
like
you're
a
a good
hospital.
friend.
Like the, yeah.
They're like condoms that are fucking clean.
Yes, you can ask them like, hey man, I need
Not that I
some
know
clean
anything about
needles.
I'm gonna ask Fabian. Don't do heroin.
That's not a question.
That's not a question, dude.
Oh yeah.
Don't do heroin. What's the answer to that?
Hold
That's
on.
a statement. You just
Black.
No, I'm asking him.
Black tar.
No. The question is part of the first part I said. I'm gonna ask him not to do heroin.
I've done heroin. I'm not addicted to it.
yeah.
I prefer you never do it again.
I just have a hankering.
And did you inject it like a real man, or
No,
did you snort it like a real man?
And I smoked it. I snorted and smoked, never injected. But dude, I miss opiates. I was living like, I don't know. I've lived life, and then I've gone to the hospital a bunch of times from like work, and I would notice that there was like white people that would show up to the hospital and be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna die. Give me opiates," and they would just hand them to them. And then when I would like be there and be like, "Hey, I need stitches," and they're like, "All right."
They gave you the stitches,
Like bite on this. Ah, shit.
but that because you asked for stitches, you didn't directly ask for opiates.
Pain relief. But
That's-
I'm like, yo,
oh,
you
yeah.
don't think I'm getting there's pain?
No, you gotta-
You
you
don't
gotta-
think this is pain adjacent? You don't think you
Yeah, it
give me
is, but you're not
stitches?
winking enough. You gotta wink
No,
a
I
little
didn't
more.
complain enough, and I wasn't white enough. That's actually true. No, I
More
love white
opiates to the
people. I
whites?
wish I was white, but that's like the one difference that I've like noticed in actual reality. Like,
Yeah.
white people, it's a little easier for them to get medicine. I got the medicine eventually, but now I'm
It was more
34. I'm
steps.
like a fucking old man. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should have
yeah.
got this medicine like 10 years ago.
What's the expression? You go through too many hoops compared to other people, is what you're saying.
They see the dark hair and they're like, this is trouble.
Yeah.
Like, this is
white, but they have insurance, dude. Like I work for the whole pension thing.
Yeah.
And some of their deductions are their insurances, and I could always tell who like when I look at their summary of like their thing, it's always white people who has the most like
That benefits and
insurance-y,
insurance.
dental, medical
Right.
deductions. Then let's just say like if somebody comes on my phone like, oh yeah, what's up? You know, you could tell that Hey, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
You don't have no benefits. You didn't think to actually like add some in when they're figuring out your whole pension.
So the end of the story of Lee getting kicked out.
In the corner. It's so crazy. It's so far away from.
So my girl is outside because we recently got a puppy, and my girl's just hanging out outside with her puppy because you can't bring it in, right? Lee leaves because he's been kicked out, right? First of all, Lee's friends did not know Lee was kicked out. I saw Prescott, and I'm like, Lee's not here anymore. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, he got kicked out. He's like, what? And then I just think you're gone. That's it. That's the end of the night. When I'm leaving, I go upstairs, and I see Lee with my puppy in his lap, caressing it, loving my puppy. Loving my puppy.
I don't remember that.
And he's holding it, and then he keeps going to my girl, what's his name, Buddy? And she's like, it's Chip. Oh, Buddy. He just kept calling him Buddy the whole time. And then my favorite part is it's the end of the night, and you're still there. You're talking to my girl. You're hanging out, playing with the puppy. And as you're sitting there with a puppy in your lap, Joe, his car happens to be right by you. Joe, you could see darting to his car, not even wanting to look at you, right? But you yell over, hey, Joe. Why did I get kicked out? Is it drinking? Joe's like, yeah. And then he goes, look, okay, I get it. Listen, if I come back like next week, can I still get on? And then Joe goes, if you're sober, and then he gets in his car and drives away. And then you just keep petting my puppy.
No, Lee, you gotta appreciate that because Toronto comedy is so skewed right now. Dude, the people that I see go up on the corner, I'm
It's
like,
all women, gay people, and Indians in the scene right now.
It's fat Latino women and kids.
No, there's just one, Michi, and she's pretty fat. So you know what?
Dude,
She's not that fat.
With no butt. With no butt.
No, maybe,
you
yeah,
can't be that fat with no butt.
Hey, that's my thing.
It's called the Sanker.
The Sanker. It's called the Sanker. Fat, no butt,
It's called the Sanker.
sweet titties.
That's a great name for that condition.
Yeah.
A sanker.
Fat lady with a flat butt, a Sanker.
It's like, oh, dude, she's got a sanker on her.
No, I'm upset I brought this about.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, Urban Dictionary.
kings of the
We're going
world.
on Urban Dictionary, and we're adding the
Let's
sanker.
make it happen. Let's make it happen.
The fucking no ass on a fat bitch.
Yeah, title of the episode, The Sanker.
The sanker. Yeah.
Well, I already
Perfect.
for some reason I was going to call it tuna steak because I just like that name. You kept talking about tuna steak earlier. I still have more tuna steak questions.
But
But
our back from hiatus
I think
episode
it's
is
the
called
Sanker.
the
I think
Sanker.
it's the Sanker.
I'll say, to be fair to the
I've
corner.
caught women on a bridge having the Sanker. You know? They're just looking out at the just looking out at the
TTC to see a Sanker.
view, and they're
I'm
like,
not
"Should
gonna lie.
I
I wouldn't mind if I just saw Fabian in public going, "Look at this Sanker ass bitch over here."
Yeah.
And you get a BBL. Fucking. Yeah, no. I will say to be fair to the corner, I think the eclectic lineup you're talking about is more those new Wednesdays he's doing. Like the rest of them, I just see like it's his people. Like the roster that you see continuously. I've seen a couple new additions to like the weekend shows or whatever.
They don't last.
But yeah, they don't last, and also I don't. Not as often. They're mostly like his guys from back in the day.
Here's
Dude,
what I'll say
I
about Joe. Joe's cool and he's fair.
Yeah,
He's not a prick. He's not a pretentious
He said you could come
ass.
back. He just said show up
No,
sober.
he's straight up about it.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
remember any of that.
What about cocaine? Can you
I
show-
hate that I don't remember your puppy.
What if you drink
Yeah.
and do cocaine? Because it basically brings you back to sober, but like you're having a good time.
I think honestly, I think my girl
Lee
was
should
talking
get
about
drunk
it.
and do cocaine, and then go back to the corner.
My girl was talking about it because I saw Ian last night, and I told him like part of the story of Lee getting kicked out. Yeah, no, Fergus, producer of the Goblin
Oh,
Logo.
and Fergus was probably a way bigger, more like he probably had more experience of being a piece of drunk shit at the corner.
So he said that. He said, I go, Lee got kicked out for being too drunk. And then he goes, he must have been real drunk because you can be pretty drunk at the corner and he won't say anything. But the running theory so far is you had to be maybe seen buying beers, and maybe you did buy beers, but maybe you weren't seen, and it just that goes back to what you guys were saying about it's not about bylaw officers. It's about Lee is showing up at the keg and pulling out a Tupperware with a steak in it, and they're like, you can't sit here, and that's the only. I think you have to. I think you have to show up, even if you're drunk already. Show up, keg. Buy one beer. The keg, like the steak.
The steakhouse. Oh, I was thinking like a kegger. I was like, what?
Yeah, because you're such a drunk.
Yeah.
You didn't know there was a steak place.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the keg.
No, I think Lee's move, although he's saying he's drinking less, is even if you show up and pre-drink, show up, look whoever in the eye and buy a drink, and then nurse it if you have to because you don't want to spend all night or whatever. But it like they just forget about you because they're like they saw you buy a drink.
I don't think, dude, that still goes against what I've seen. Lee buys a drink. Like
but that's what I'm saying. That's a year ago. Lee.
I don't remember buying drinks that night. I think I showed up pretty plastered.
Oh,
yeah.
I showed up pretty plastered, and I think I was already obviously drunk.
The move is like you're gonna show up drunker than you should be. So the move is you like come in and then you have a drink faster than people have drinks. You have a shot or you chug a beer.
That might
it's
be
like
it,
you know, it's like it was how fast he had it. It wasn't the amount that he had before he showed up.
You have to create an illusion
of
your drunkenness happened at their bar.
Plausible deniability.
Right.
That's what you need. You'd be like, hey man, I just drank that really fast and you were very mean to me because of it.
Yeah.
Like I was having a good time. I came here vibing out. I listened to Hey Yeah.
It's like magic. It's like street magic.
Yeah,
it's
just
like you're just like, hey, look, it's like hey, look at here. But I'm really doing this over there. Yeah.
Sleight of hand. You know?
Exactly.
You're looking at this hand, but I'm
sleight of hand drinking.
Exactly.
That's what we're about. That's what we're doing. That's probably the next name of the podcast. Sleight of hand drinking.
Sleight of hand drinkers.
That's also pretty good. That's pretty good.
In my
I like
worst,
the Sanker the best.
I like that one better. Yeah. What was the first one? I don't even remember. That one sucked.
Tunis.
Oh no, the Sanker. Yeah,
The Sanker.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
But he wants sleight of hand
You
drinking.
gotta save it.
I'll be honest. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna remember when I edit it, and it's gonna get called The Return of the Goblin Ogre podcast. I know that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna think in my head. I'm like, or at the end of the hiatus or something like that.
But write part 2.
Return. Oh, part 2. Yeah. So,
I'm sure you've returned more than once. I'm sure this is the first time you're returning.
Yeah. Well, we've never stopped before.
Are we on the 3rd?
Return? We've never stopped before.
Are we on Jason Goes to Hell? Are we on?
No, that's the. Oh, we don't ever want to be in Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah. Or Jason X.
Yeah.
Dude, Jason X is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's amazing, but it's also known to be bad. But I enjoy it.
No. But like they know that it was bad.
Yeah.
Like there was a scene where they were projecting like nice titted ladies, like they were bare-breasted, and they were like pillow fighting, and then Jason approaches them, and they're a hologram, and they're like, hey. Like, do you want to like play tag, or what do you want to do? Do you want to have premarital sex?
Yeah.
We love premarital sex.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They knew that their movies were retarded.
Yeah.
They
also just acknowledged that
because somebody wrote that in a script. And they filmed it, and they kept it in the movie. It went through all stages of this could have been taken out. They kept it in the final.
It made it to 13-year-old me.
Yes.
It made it
my favorite
be a good
quote about bad movies ever. I don't remember who said it, but he said, "What you have to understand is
you can be a fucking lady
bad
too.
Movies take a lot of work to make.
Dude.
Like a lot of work and effort goes into making a bad movie."
And you hear
Boyd Banks.
Boyd Banks?
Boyd Banks was in that movie.
Oh, was
Banks
he?
is a fucking movie legend.
Dude,
Yeah,
Boyd
a lot of
Banks
horror movies.
is
No, well,
my
he was in-
favorite
he
person
was
to
in
run into.
fucking
Hey,
Harold
Boyd
and Kumar.
Banks, if I run into you, that's the best time I'm ever having in the comedy scene.
I see Boyd Banks at the
Yeah.
LCBO quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
I would love
see him at
that
the,
too. I would buy him what he's buying. Dude, Boyd Banks is my childhood. I would see him on Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I think Are You Afraid of the Dark's for sure Goosebumps, or for sure Are You Afraid of the Dark. I don't know, it's one of them.
Yeah.
But I would see him in like my childhood. Every once in a while, he got peppered into like the shit I watched growing up, and not
Dirty
even
Work
gay,
with Norm Macdonald.
Dude, not even gay Toronto movies.
No,
Which
got
he has
into,
one of the best
other
lines
shit.
ever.
Yeah, he was in what's that zombie movie he was in?
Dude, he had
Dawn
the
of the Dead, the remake
Yeah,
of Dawn of the
yeah.
Dead.
Dude,
But
he
he
had
has one of
the
the
best
best. He
lines.
has one of the best lines in any movie ever. When all the dead hookers, like in Dirty Work,
Yeah.
like, are in the trunk of those cars.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, Norm Macdonald's like, I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life. And fucking boy goes, Lord knows I have. It's still one of the greatest lines ever.
In Harold and Kumar, he plays a guy who's like chest is open and he gets worked on or whatever, and then they ask him where what castle is.
He's a
and
good
he
dude,
gives-
man.
yeah.
I should next time I see him pay for his liquor.
No, for real.
Because
Yeah.
he, you know what? He
Toronto
would buy
legend.
us
He
beers
buys
at
other
the
people
Royal.
drinks. He shows
He
up.
got
and
me
he's like,
shit faced at the Royal like at least twice.
He's a
Yeah.
real nice guy.
No,
He's a great dude.
Boyd Banks is the man. Like when I saw him he got killed by Jason.
Yeah.
You don't know anyone. Like imagine knowing a guy that got killed by Jason.
Yeah,
that's not
cool.
a fucking big
That's
group of
really,
people.
really cool. And the example I'm going to mention
Dude,
right
and
now.
he got skinned.
Shit, what's his name?
He got skinned. Yeah, but
Fuck. I was going to say something good, but I don't remember the
shout
comic's
out Boyd
name.
Banks. That's fucking.
Oh, I hate that I don't
Yo,
remember his name.
Can we keep talking about Boyd Banks? If I remember him being like a bus driver and shit.
There's a guy, like an Italian comic, really funny. He gets killed by Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
He played like a
goddamn it.
Massimo?
Massimo
Yeah,
Massimo
yeah,
the
yeah.
comic.
Was it X-Men 3? Like, was he the guy with like too many arms?
Massimo the comic. Yeah. It was the one where Wolverine goes back in time and he kills him with the bone claws.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like some mafioso
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so
I saw
cool.
that, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Getting
But
killed by
that's pretty
Wolverine-
cool, but being killed by Jason's cooler, in my
Well,
opinion.
yeah, it is cooler. What do you think? Getting for me? All right,
No,
what do you
go
think?
ahead. No, that's a question.
Who's a better credit of getting killed by?
Jason or Wolverine?
Jason or Wolverine?
Oh, shit, they're both cool when you say it out loud.
That's fucking tough. I think.
I want to keep
Oh my
Jason.
God,
Because I'm
that's
kind
so
of a horror. I'm more of
No.
a horror fan than a comic book fan.
I'm
think-
more of a comic book fan, but it's
You make-
just Jason is. I think I would go
More
Jason.
prolific.
Yeah,
than Wolverine?
but
Yeah.
killing. But
It's a
also,
slasher
like,
more
movie.
iconic than
But
Wolverine.
Wolverine kills.
No, but
He's not anymore.
Not
Wolverine.
Jason is not what he used to be.
But Wolverine's
Wolverine
a
is bigger
killer.
nowadays.
Wolverine kills too.
Plus,
that's his
Wolverine
thing.
Deadpool just came out, so that's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
relevant.
Shit,
Yeah, but
it might be media hype.
you didn't even remember Massimo's name, so let's not.
and you know what's
For
funny about
real?
that? I love Massimo. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he was
For
great.
real, that's the hardest thing. Like I could, you ever like have like to choose between two women? You're like, okay, I like
Yes.
things are going well. You're like, things are going well with this lady, but like this thing's been going like.
Those are rookie numbers. 2 to the power of 2.
That's exactly how I feel about Jason versus
Tried like
Wolverine.
3, and I didn't know who to pick, even though I did. But you know, it was just like sometimes you like to be a piece of shit with pieces
Yeah.
of shits.
That's exactly how I feel about this question. Jason versus Wolverine. That's two. That's
Oh,
my
that's what I was
God.
going to say. And if you watch Jason X, they give him Wolverine powers in that movie.
Oh.
They explain why he's so unkillable is that basically that his cells
His 3
regenerate.
machetes that come out
Yeah,
from each
yeah,
hand.
yeah. And that's why he survives, and then that's where he gets the metal mask, is because he can survive. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
The movie before that though was it was because Jason was so fucked up that they kicked him out of hell.
Yeah.
Which is impossible. Like,
I don't know. That's the story of. Do you know
I think I
Lobo?
might get kicked out of hell, Lee. That's what I'm banking on.
Fabian and I both
Definitely.
get kicked out of.
Fabian is kick out of hellable. Just a
Banking on
problem.
it.
The devil's like he was getting in fights in boats.
I get kicked out of hell, but I asked, "Can I come back next week?"
Yeah.
I do the three Stooges eye poke like woo.
Why I oughta?
In hell.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's been.
Up, down, side to side.
I don't know how long it's been, but let's at least. Why, Lee? Why did we go on hiatus?
I felt like it. I was in Coburg a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't want to drive back down for no reason.
Yeah. For no reason.
Which is what I consider this podcast.
Dude, and it's because it's the summertime.
Yeah.
You should the credits for I know it doesn't have credits, but the credits for this pod should be in the summertime.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason I know the answer, but part of the reason I ask is because I got 90% of the blame for this podcast being on hiatus.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was the hospital picture.
No, it wasn't just that.
I blamed you this whole time.
Well, I found out another reason it is, but it's a hospital picture. I started getting texts from friends and my brother thinking something was wrong with me because they didn't know I was in the hospital. I wasn't in the hospital. That's a 5-year-old picture or whatever.
All right, so I posted a picture. I said we're going on hiatus, like on the Instagram page, and I posted a picture of him that I found in the hospital.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because he told me he's sick. He said I'm sick.
No.
So I posted a picture of him. And I may have insinuated that he had AIDS in the post.
That's timeline-wise, that's not exactly how we went on hiatus, and then you were like, "Well, we can do one before we go on hiatus," and then I said, "I'm sick that week." So you had already said we're going on hiatus, but we were gonna maybe do one.
You're planning your sickness. What do you mean? What are you doing?
Whatever, man. Lee's in love. It's gay. It sucks. It's fucking.
Well, that's any of Lee's friends. That's the growing belief is that Lee's in love.
Yeah, it's gay and it sucks.
It's gay.
Lee's like an 18-year-old girl right now.
Lee, every time. I don't
that
want
met
his
like
girl.
a rich guy. You know, like a poor
Come
girl
on.
that meets a rich guy.
17.
I don't want Lee's girl to not think she's special. I'm sure she is. But Lee falls in love this way every single time he falls in love too.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
baby.
All right. I've known Lee for 2 years.
I've known Lee
Which is
for like 10
honestly,
years.
Sure.
And
but
every 2 years.
But I've known Lee for at least 5% of his life. Mm-hmm. So
David knows me really well. We sleep on the same roof.
yeah, sometimes I sleep with him.
Yes.
Sometimes we fuck the same lady for 10
But
seconds.
that's what I mean.
covers.
Is for those 2 years.
Oh yeah, wait a second.
You
No,
knew
hold on.
mostly
Lady
single
who loves
Lee.
Lee. Don't ignore that part.
Yeah.
Edit this out.
So.
Yeah, let's hire Hitler.
So.
Hey, hold on, Hitler.
I like doing that to people I see in the street.
Yeah,
They
let's-
say hi to me.
can the three
I just
of
give
us-
them the Hitler.
Yo, try.
Yeah, triple check. We all do the
Daniel,
Hitler.
you in?
What?
With
What's
our
the
right
cut
hand.
sign?
3, 2, 1,
What?
how?
Please frame that.
3 guys who would obviously be killed by Nazis. So,
True.
I might be Nazi spawn, actually. My grandmother
You think you have
had
some
blue
German?
eyes and blonde hair, and she was born in like 1946.
Oh, she sounds hot.
and not Chile as much, but
Chile and Argentina were hit with Germans.
were they? I didn't know
Scientists
Chile was.
fled
I know
there.
Argentina.
There's a German
and Brazil.
There's a German city in the heart of
I heard about Argentina.
in the heart of Chile. No,
Where all the whores are.
What?
Yeah, that's where the Nazis went.
German
Yeah.
whores, scat
That's
porn.
how we go.
I don't know what the
Fuck
movie's
those
called.
10 beaches,
I
y'all.
don't know what the movie's called, but Emma Watts is in it, and it's about Germans in Chile.
Okay. So the picture was one reason why people were thinking, oh, Sanker's like something's wrong with him and they can't do the podcast for
We
a bit.
thought you had kidney stones. That's what I thought. Immediately, I went to kidney stones.
I have a friend.
I put the title, like the upstairs title, as like the Elton John's AIDS Foundation, and I played the theme for Philadelphia, which the movie's about AIDS.
You know
and my sister actually messaged me. I told you this.
Yeah.
She goes like, "The Sanker actually have AIDS."
I
Dude,
wish.
AIDS ain't real anymore. We
No.
beat it. We beat AIDS.
Well,
They
we beat
can't
HIV.
possibly-
If you let it, AIDS is kind of like, it's like if you let something linger too long. If you have AIDS, then you're fucked.
It's almost like
But
HIV. HIV is like being fat, and once you're diabetic, you have AIDS.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, AIDS is the diabetes. So we don't have a
Diabetes
cure
is
for
the
AIDS.
AIDS of fatness.
HIV ain't real either. HIV
No,
ain't
but
real.
HIV, you can get that bone marrow
It ain't
transplant.
Hey, listeners, HIV ain't real. It's a hoax.
For good-looking people.
It's a hoax.
If you're attractive, you don't have AIDS.
That's funny. but the second reason,
diseases ain't real, right? Like diseases in general.
It's just
ain't
a
real.
state of mind,
Yeah,
man.
you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna try harder.
Just think positively.
Sometimes you gotta try harder.
HIV positively.
oh fuck,
Sometimes
fuck
you
was
don't
that?
try as
Oh, I
hard
just
as you
kicked
should
off
have.
the thing.
Oh shit, are we on?
I think it's continuing. Yeah. We're
Sanker has no ass crack.
Am I still on? Have I been on?
Dude,
ever?
you really
Like,
do
this
have a
whole
small
time?
ass.
Yeah, I have a small
It's pure back. Yo, check this out.
Ew, it's a Sanker. A lady with a Sanker.
Oh, fuck. It's fucking boot. So the other
A
reason,
sankhole. She's got a sankhole.
the other reason, I found out that people were blaming me for the hiatus.
That's
is
the joke, Lee.
I figured it out.
That's
idiots.
I got it.
Please get a
Sorry
joke.
about that.
later.
Yeah, I just had to call him out on that.
So
Well,
I
that's
see,
fucking retarded.
I see. Lee and I will call him my friend too, but Lee's friend Prescott last night, and he's like, hey man, are you okay? Like, he's like concerned, right? And then I'm thinking immediately he saw the picture, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a hospital picture from like 5 years. Lee's dumb or whatever. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, you're not talking about the Instagram post? He goes, no, I didn't follow the Instagram. And then I'm like, then why are you asking me if I'm okay? And he's like, oh, because like you guys stopped doing the podcast. So then I talked to Lee and I was like, hey, what's going on with the podcast? And he said, quote, Sanker needs a break. I'm like, that fucking asshole. I didn't mention the hiatus at all. I even questioned it thoroughly. Like, why are we going on hiatus?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I just wanted people to miss us for a bit.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
But Lee
I can see
deflected.
him. I can see Lee. Yeah, I don't think he deflected. I just think he didn't say that you were sick. Because you were sick one week.
I was.
I said it on
And
Instagram.
then- no, the
I
thing
said
is,
he had HIV
no,
on Instagram.
This is how you lie. Because you find out that something is possible, and then you're like, "Oh, that happened,"
Oh, you
but
linked-
for longer
yeah,
than like you thought it could happen. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
But he
like,
did
He found, yeah.
But he did lie to Prescott because he vehemently said Sanker needed a break, which was not. I didn't ever mention needing
Okay,
a break.
listen. You did need a break. You needed a break the week you were sick. So he just extended
I
the lie.
see.
I think that's what's called
I see.
a white lie.
Okay. Do you agree to this, or did you
That also could be the title of the pod. White lies.
White lies.
White.
White
lie.
How do I
No
write that
W.
so that
No W
It
at
starts
all.
with an H.
Hawaii H-A
Just H.
H-A dash white.
It's like an H with that little line, like O'Neill. Like that line
yeah,
you put over it. The H, the little line on top, and then white. White.
Wait. Are you talking about an apostrophe?
Yeah.
No. White has an H after
You
the
got to go
W.
back to
that.
school.
I don't want it.
White has an H after the W. White has an H after the W, but when you say white, you just have an HWH.
and then end your sentence in that little black circle. You mean
The one at the
period?
bottom. The one on the floor of the writing.
Dude, hold on.
I had to look up on Google the other day. What do you call letters that are like tied together?
Cursive.
I really didn't pay attention in school.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah.
I'm writing a question.
Hold on.
What's that thing? You know, the Riddler sign?
Yeah. Right, okay. You know how I
Question mark. What is the Riddler sign called? Question mark.
Yeah, you type it as a question.
Yo, you know how I kicked the pervert in the park?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't mean to get all Dr. Seuss on you. But
Get Dr. Seuss on us.
the hit on his dick was a question mark kick.
Oh yeah?
A question mark. What's a question mark kick?
It's you kick straight
sure.
up and then
Yeah.
you swerve your foot. You
Oh,
go
to
up
get
and
like
then
the leg?
You got the dot.
They can't see it
you
coming.
go-
They can't see it coming. No, it's not 2 hits. It's like 1 hit, but like you go up, making them think your kick is going one way, and then you wrap around mid kick.
I'll explain this to Lisa. It's a curveball. He's saying he does a
curveball
curveball
with
kick.
a-
Curve kick. All right.
Yeah.
Right in the dick.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've
Kick the
taken up
dick.
gambling.
What are you gambling
betting.
on?
Sports betting.
What sport?
Baseball.
Yeah.
Which I've decided
This pod's going on too long.
is
Get
a
more
bad
drink.
idea. yeah. Actually, we're at 52 minutes, so we can stop whenever.
We got 10 more minutes.
Yeah. I think sports betting on baseball though is a bad idea.
You can't quite predict it.
Well, I was reading online. I typed in what's the worst sport to bet on, Just to think like I should
baseball
have.
showed
And somebody put baseball because they go, you can lose all your money in the last inning.
Dude.
Like you could be ahead thinking, I'm going to win $200.
so true.
And then 10 runs.
I was fucking booed out of where I was sitting at Rogers Center because Yankees were winning. Bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
Jays rally. Fucking walk off. I had to escape like a werewolf. Like fucking like while the villagers were like, fuck you, get the fuck out of here, dude. I had to walk from my row to like the aisle that heads out while everyone was just fucking
booing.
just fucking motherfucking
that's
me.
funny.
It was like, yeah. That's baseball.
Yeah.
You don't leave. That's why I hate it when people just start leaving on the we're losing. Let's go home. And you don't know how baseball works. It could just be
It's one inning.
just one inning alone. You could get like 12 runs.
And
it's crazy.
This is the fucked part about baseball, but I do love baseball as a sport. I don't get into that like not liking it. But the crazy is,
I love when people don't like baseball.
If you're
stay away. Don't really cool people.
Don't ruin it with
that
your
enjoy baseball. Yeah,
pink socks and your
boring. Yeah,
breast
fuck
cancer.
You, go away. We don't want you.
The crazy thing about baseball is it's not only the last inning. If you're up to bat second and you're behind, there's almost nothing the other team can do because you just keep hitting homers and they go, well, I guess we're just gonna lose this game and we don't get a shot.
No, like
that's it.
I think the best part about baseball is just the unpredictability about it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, this guy's coming in the ninth to close out the game. Our fucking closing pitcher all it takes is like some team that's pissed that's like eyeballing the ball really good, and that guy, the other team's top-notch player looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
It's so good. It makes heroes and just makes complete like fucking losers.
I've also been watching football with Felix.
I try to get into football.
Dude,
Football's not bad.
I was just like, one time, the last game I saw, and it was like a year ago, I think it was the Jays versus the Browns. And I don't know if that's like a team name, but that's what the color they were. And,
What sport are we talking about?
who do the Jays face? Like, what?
Well, I mean, a bunch of teams.
Ton of teams.
The Jays face every
What are the
team
Browns?
in
Is
their
that a football
division.
team?
I don't know.
They face the Bruins.
Yeah, they face them. They face them 160 times.
Damn it, I look like an idiot.
this season.
Hold on.
The Browns are a football team. The
Damn
Cleveland
it.
Browns.
All right, whatever. Like, all right. It doesn't matter. Either way, I was on the Jays side, and the Jays were winning.
The Jays versus the Montreal FC.
Les Canadiens.
All right, I'm gay. I don't like sports. I watch dancing.
He's right.
I like Cirque du Soleil and UFC.
Tonight we have the Jays versus the National Lithuanian basketball team.
For me, it's not a sport unless your shirt and pants are off. You're not playing.
Beach volleyball. All right, I get you. No, what were we gonna
Check
say?
it. Either way, I was watching a Jays game,
Jays
and they
game,
were
yeah.
ruling the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And then the last inning, the
Whoever.
other team just turned it against them, and then I was just like, they turned it over. The whole fucking side of the stadium that I was on, it sucked.
Yeah.
And I was
the
like,
Dallas Cowboys had the upper hand.
I had to give it. Conor McGregor was winning.
Conor McGregor came in and defeated the Jays.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Michael Phelps came up. And we were like, yo, we didn't even know what's happening.
Who's up to bat, you fuckers?
Yo, when they turned it around and my whole side was like sad, I just had to acknowledge that I'm like, hey guys, that was impressive.
That was fun. That was good, yeah.
That was cool. What they did was cool. And then people were like, look at me like, you
Basketball
piece of shit.
Basketball also has those deflating moments, but only with that fucking buzzer beater shot. Like, imagine you're thinking, we've won. We're up by 2. It's not a big win, but we've won. And then somebody passes the ball inbound, 3-pointer. Time goes out, and you're just like, oh, you lost. You thought you won.
It's so easy to just get sunk into the whole We won.
Yeah,
Like,
we won.
We're just gonna stick around.
Get ready to
laugh at
party,
the other people.
boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just here now to just humiliate and laugh.
Yeah,
at the other-
yeah.
And then you lose. Oh, dude, you feel like a
Chica, what are you doing? You're in the wrong place. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Chica, get over here.
baby cow?
The dog I love.
Is a
Get out
cow.
of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, she found her way.
big lady, little farmhand. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm getting into sports betting. But I bet on Felix's football team, and I was so mad.
Who was his team?
The Eagles.
Okay.
He loves the
Philadelphia.
Eagles, and they fucking lost, and I was so pissed because I had been betting on baseball only, and I don't bet. Like, I'm not really a bettor or whatever, so I'm doing like $10, right? $10, and then I just figured I'll just keep betting this $10 until I lose it. No big deal, right? So, but then I win 5. I bet on I forget what, and then I look at one thing, and I just like betting on the team that they say is gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm not taking no chance to like make more money. So like one of the games, I bet on the Yankees because they were set to win. Like there was a thing. I only made like $4, but I was like, I'm up, and then I bet on Felix's team. Lose $10, whatever. I still think I have like $20 in my like betting account. And then I bet on some fucking tennis match, and that I lost the rest of it.
That just goes to show, like, Felix, like, he'll always lose.
Yes,
Like, I always
yes.
just feel like he doesn't give any good advice.
Can't win.
He has no insight. But he speaks sometimes as if
Confidently.
he has confidence.
Yeah.
Which I think, honestly, he's living proof that if you could just come across as confident, you could probably succeed.
Yeah, life will go well.
You'll convince
Yeah.
like stupid assholes around you that you're smart. If you just convince them, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's what Felix has going.
Anybody want to add anything before we take this away?
Yeah, vote Trump if you're listening
Hey,
from the States.
If you ask Robert Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard, you should vote Trump.
I don't think that's how you pronounce that. She's Hawaiian.
She's
You
not.
have to
she's not.
pronounce it.
She's not Hawaiian. She's Hawaiian, but she's like something else, like some type of Middle Eastern brown or something like that.
Gabbard?
Yeah.
All right, I could see that being Middle Eastern. Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, and you're right. I'm still probably pronouncing it wrong. It's like get better.
She
Yeah.
likes Gabbard, I think. She
likes
I
Gabbard.
think she acknowledges that she's American. Like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
all right. My last name in whatever fucking country I come from would
Yeah.
be Ibakache. But when I become a sworn-in American, it's going to be Ibakash.
Ibakash.
yeah.
I like that. Sounds kind of Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Could be anywhere.
Yeah, it could be anything,
literally
yeah.
anywhere.
Ibakash. And then Lee they know
Yeah,
Fernandez.
they know where
Yeah,
Fernandez is. We hate
Yeah.
it.
I love the Mexican people.
Especially that
go
Lester
fertilize
Fernandez.
somewhere, Fernandez. Go work the fields, you fucking faggot.
All right, Trump 2024.
And Tulsi Gabbard, I guess.